all know that how important is the chapter depreciation. This chapter is important keeping in mind the calculations. Ledger posting at times seems to be simple, but calculation is very important. In this video, we are going to learn about the sum in which the balance of machinery and provision for depreciation is given. The objective of this video is just to make you understand the easiest way to solve this type of sum, as I know many of us face the problem while solving such type of sums. So let us start with. Following balances appeared in the books of X Limited as on 1/1/2016. Okay, so this date is always important. If opening balance is given as on 1st of January, that means year ending should be the December ending, right? You can see that over here, 31st December each year, right? So these dates always play an important role. Balances of machinery and provision is given to us 4 lakh and 1,60,000. On 1/4/16, machinery bought on 1/1/14 for rupees 1,20,000 was sold for rupees 55,000, and another machine was bought for rupees 1,50,000 on the same date. Depreciation is provided rate of 15% as per original cost method, assuming that the books are closed on 31st of December each year. Correct. Start the sum from the date of the purchase till the date of the balance. Okay, these two dates, if you remember, I have told you 1 and 2, right? 1/1/14 is the date of the purchase and 1/1/16 is the date of the balance. So these are the two dates which will be required, okay, for step number 1. Let me start with, this is date 1/1/2014. The asset was purchased, right, for rupees 1,20,000, and the 15% is the rate of depreciation. So yes, tell me, what is 15% of 1,20,000? 18,000. Okay, so 1/1/14 it was a purchase for rupees 1,20,000 and the annual depreciation comes to 18,000. Now we need to continue this working till 1/1/2016, right? So let us now write the depreciation 31st of December 2014. Okay, this has to be depreciation. Okay, it has been one full year. So 18,000 is annual depreciation that will be provided for. 1,20,000 minus 18 is 1,02,000. Okay, so this will be a balance as on 1/1/2015, right? It's a balance. Correct. Now in the year 2015 also I need to provide for depreciation at the end of the year. So depreciation, okay, 18,000, and the balance comes to 1/1/2016. Okay, the next day the balance is 84,000, right? So these two amounts of depreciation to be marked with red. Okay, fine, clear. So I just need to stop my working over here because I had to calculate right from the date of the purchase till the date of the balance given to us. Date of purchase is 1/1/14 and the date of balance is 1/1/16. So this is step number 1. In step 2, I told you to split the amount of the balance given. Machinery balance can be seen as rupees 4 lakh. So let me write this 4 lakh over here. And 1,60,000 is provision for depreciation. So 1,60,000, correct. 4 lakh and 1,60,000. Now what is the cost price of the asset that we are going to sell in this current year? So we can see that the cost of the asset is 1,20,000. So let me write 1,20,000 over here. And the remaining amount now, 4 lakh में से अगर 1,20,000 is to be deducted, the remaining balance is 2,80,000. In the same way now, over here, okay, depreciation, the accumulated depreciation on the asset that we are going to sell. We can see that over here, 18 plus 18, it is 36. So let me write 36 over here. Out of 160, 36 चला जाएगा, तो remaining balance is 124, correct? Please check step number 1 and step number 2. Should not be a problem. Now, when you have to start with step number 3, I need to know the columns. How many columns should be there? Okay, so I can see that it is date particular, so common hai, and machine 1 the part sold, machine 1 the remaining, and also machine 2 has been purchased, right? So this is basically for the current year only. Okay, let me start with the balance. Okay, balance is given on 1/1/2016. Okay, it's a balance. Okay, how much is the balance of machinery 1 that we are going to sell? If you remember over here, I have told you To get the cost, let me write it again over here. Okay, it was cost less accumulated depreciation, right? Okay, so this is the only important part actually you have to take care. Correct? बाकी सब simple हो जाता है. The balance of machinery one that we are going to save, cost less accumulated depreciation. So we can see that from step number 2, the cost of the asset sold can be seen as 1,20,000 and the accumulated depreciation of the asset sold can be seen as 36. So 120 minus 36, how much will that be?
84,000.
84,000, that's correct. Okay, so let me write 84,000. Similarly, the remaining part cost can be seen as 280 and the accumulated depreciation can be seen as 124. So difference over here now?
156,000.
156,000, that's correct. Thank you. Now, if you remember, how much annual depreciation should I write over here? We are into the original cost method. Tell me how much amount of depreciation should be charged on annual basis for machine one sold part. This is original cost method. So just focus on the original cost of machine one sold part. Okay, the original cost of the machine one, the sold part can be seen over here. That's 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 ka 15%. It is 18,000. So let me write 18,000 over here. Similarly, over here for the remaining part ka cost price can be seen as 2,80,000. So 2,80,000 ka 15%. Now you can give me this amount.
42,000.
42,000. Okay. So I have annual depreciation. This is the most important part. You should not make a mistake over here because बच्चे यहाँ mistake करते हैं. Step 1, step 2 they remember हो जाता है. But step 3, how to start? Because this is going to happen for just 1 year only. 2016 ka this working has to be there. Ledger posting has to be done for 1 year only, right? So that's why this part, okay, right, to write the annual depreciation, depending on the cost price, you can check out from the cost second step, and then to write the balance. The balance कैसे लिखा था? The cost price less the accumulated depreciation till date. Okay, that's fine. Now, in the year 2016, as on 1/4, the asset has been sold, right? So can you get me the details, please? As on 1/4, what all details I'm supposed to write? Anyone? I know like 4 rows are to be inserted.
Depreciation, book value, selling price, profit and loss.
Okay, that's very correct. One is depreciation because the asset has been sold in mid of the year, so depreciation is bound to be there. So from the balance, if we deduct the depreciation, we are going to get the book value. Okay. Now from book value, we need to compare the book value with the selling price, and the result is going to be profit or loss. Correct. And apart from this 1,415, the sale of the asset, we know like new machine was purchased for rupees 1,50,000. So I need to write this over here. Purchase, and let me write this 1,50,000 over here. And 1,50,000 ka 15%, anybody?
22,500.
22,500. That's very correct. Okay. Now let us complete this part. Okay. And after this, like over here, it is to be depreciation 31st of December 2016. We need to provide for depreciation, and then we are going to have a balance. Okay. Balance के लिए 2 लाइन चाहिए. ठीक है, done. Now let us calculate depreciation over here. Okay, can you tell me depreciation for how much time? How many months?
3 months.
3 months. Okay, that's very correct. If annual depreciation is 18,000, so for 3 months it will be how much?
4,500.
That's very correct. 4,500. If I deduct this 4,500 from 84,000, the balance is going to be 79,500. Now, what is the selling price? Okay, it was sold for rupees 55,000. So 55,000 is my selling price. So the difference over here, book value is 79,500, sold for 55. Selling price is less than the book value, so it is going to be a loss for us. And being a loss, okay, what amount is a loss? Tell me please. 79,500 minus 55.
24,500.
Okay, so 24,500 is the amount of loss. So we are done with the working of this as on the date of the sale, date of sale 1/4, and also like we have recorded the purchases as well. Okay, the next line is for depreciation again. So now depreciation over here. Can you tell me what amount of depreciation should I charge? Part 1 has been sold, right? The remaining part and the machinery too. over here, I know the balance was mentioned as on 1/1 and I'm charging depreciation on 31st of December. So it has been one full year. So 42,000 is the amount of depreciation to be charged. And over here, can you tell me, like, the asset was purchased as on 1/4. From 1/4 till 31st of December, how many months are there?
9 months.
Okay, 9 months. Now I need to have depreciation for 9 months. If annual depreciation is 22,500, what is the depreciation for 9 months over here?
16875.
That's very correct. 16875, right? Okay, so we are done with the depreciation, and now finally we are going to have a balance. Okay, the balance kitna bachega? 156 minus 42. How much will that be? 112. Okay, and over here 150 minus 16, it's 133. Okay, 125. Fine. If you can get me the total of these two, please. With the help of step 3, we are going to have this machinery and provision for depreciation account, and this is just for 1 year, 2016, right? Machinery being an asset, I should write over here on the debit side, January 1 is the date to balance BD. Right? To balance BD, the amount, okay, that was rupees 4 lakh. So let me write 4 lakh over here, and the same thing over here again. Okay, let me write this January 1, okay, by balance BD 1,60,000, right? Now, because the asset is at its cost price, so only purchase and sale has to be recorded, and provision for depreciation account is there, especially for depreciation only, right? Okay. In the year 2016, we can see that after adding the balance, okay, it is 1/4. It is a date of the sale as well as the date of the purchase. So, being a purchase, let me write on the debit side April 1. Okay, because it's a purchase, so let me write this to bank. Okay. The amount of purchase was 1,50,000, right? This is the date of the sale as well. So April 1. Now again, I would like to know from you, which are the 3 details I'm interested to write over here as on the date of sale?
By provision of depreciation account, by bank account, and P&L account.
Very good. Okay. 3 things. Okay, I would like to start by bank. Okay. The amount that I receive. By accumulated depreciation account, okay, that is a total debt provided on the asset till date for the asset sold, right? Fine. And then by profit and loss account, okay, for the amount of loss. Now let me write the 3 amounts. Can you tell me the selling price?
55,000.
55,000. Okay. Most important, accumulated depreciation. I'll have to take you to the step number 2 also. Yes. ये ठीक है, इतना information ठीक है. What amount should I write in accumulated depreciation account या फिर provision for depreciation account? Okay, what is the logic? Like, which amount shall come over here? If anyone remembers that. In this, we need to write the total amount of depreciation provided on the asset sold till date. Okay, right from the date of the purchase, correct? Till date, till the date of the sale. अभी तक इस asset पे हमने कितना depreciation charge किया है?
3,500.
Yes. Till 1/1 it was 36,000, and after 1/1, okay, so it was just 4,500 depreciation charged. इसीलिए मैंने कहा ना कि ये information enough है. So 36,000 and 4,500 is 40,500 is the depreciation charged. Okay. So please take care of this. And loss, we know, like, it's very easily gettable. In fact, loss amount is 24,500. And if I want to check whether the things are right or wrong, so I have told you to check this total, right? Total अगर check करते तो कितना आना चाहिए? The cost price of the asset sold. Okay, 55 plus 40, 95 plus 25, 120. 120 was the cost price of the asset, right? So we are correct. Fine. So please take care of this. Okay. Now, as on 31st December depreciation, we know, like, depreciation is not going to be a part of machinery. So let me write the balance over here, December 31, and by balance CD, the amount will be, yes, if you can get in the total in the balance, 4 plus 150, that is 5,50,000. And let me write 5,50,000. Okay, yes, difference please. 550 में से 120 जाएगा, तो 430 ही रहेगा. Okay, done. Now, this provision for depreciation account or accumulated depreciation account, this account is maintained for depreciation only. We already have a balance as on 1/1. So we know, like, depreciation has been provided on 1/4 and 31st of December. So let me write these 2 dates over here. I'll again miss out one date. You need to tell me which date I have not mentioned, right? And where. Okay, so this will be by depreciation. Okay, yes. April 1 depreciation can be seen as 4500. December 31 depreciation is 42 plus 16. Okay, that is 58. 58,875. Okay, yes. Now tell me what or which date I'm missing and which side. Yes, anyone? On the debit side, December 31 आएगा. Okay, we need to write this date to balance CD. ये भी आएगा. ठीक है. But is this fine or I'm missing something over here? Okay, this is date April 1, the date of the sale. On this date of sale, I need to write over here to machinery account. Okay, so this is what actually students do make a mistake, right? To machinery account, and the amount over here will be similar to the total amount of depreciation. That is accumulated depreciation is 40,500 to 40,500. This has to be same. Okay, there is no doubt with this. Let me mark with red so that you remember this. Correct. Total is 223,375. Out of that, 40.
182,875.
So we are done with the ledger posting, and ये green color वाला I have told you to cross check. 4,30,000 minus 182,875. Please do that and tell me how much amount do you get. How much is the difference?
It's giving 24,7,125.
अच्छा, मेरी गलती है ना. 156 minus 42. So this has to be 114, right? 114 plus 42 is 56. So 2000 यहाँ mistake होगी. So 114 plus 133 is 247, correct? And इसका भी आंसर 247 आना ही चाहिए. 430 minus 182. यही था ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we are done with this particular sum. Step number 1 is for the asset sold right from the date of the purchase till the date of the balance given to us. Correct. Step number 2 is to split the amount, the cost price of the asset sold, and the remaining part in a similar way for provision for depreciation also. Correct. With this red mark, you can just make it out very easily. 36,000 कहाँ से आया? तो ये यहाँ से आ रहा है. Balance कहाँ से आएगा? The remaining part. 160 minus 36 is 124. Then step number 3 is for the current year only. Correct. कि current year starts from 1/1/16 तो 1/1/16 से start किया, and what are the transactions are taking place? If it's a sale, so as on date of sale, we now remember कि like there are 4 rows to be inserted: depreciation, book value, selling price, and profit or loss. So ये सब हो गया, and as on the same date the purchase is also there. ये भी लिख लिया, and then depreciation is bound to be there. हाँ, मतलब ये जो balance and depreciation वाला point था, ये भी मतलब most important है ही. Please take care of this part also, right? And then ledger posting is not a big deal. Ledger posting is also very simple, हाँ, but जो important है, तो red mark वाला जो amount है, that one. Okay, to just see that we write the total depreciation on the asset that has been sold. So what we have to remember is this is balance over here 36,000, and in the current year I have provided for 4,500 also. So 36 plus 4,500 is 40,500. Okay, so that's all right. इसके बाद तो और कुछ important है नहीं, बाकी सब चीजें common है.